this. Happy
Wait.
Friday. Welcome to the Design Exchange. Me and Melinda are here. And my God, to get here, we've had some technical difficulties. So we kind of logged in the back way.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Same either. Me here. Same here.
Happy snow day, Dan.
I'm at my office, but you're at home. You really can't get anywhere in our city right now. And I couldn't even open my front door in our house because we are under, what, about 2 inches of ice and probably about a foot of snow.
Yeah, probably. I
I don't hear you at all. Where's your phone?
Sorry, he got muted.
It's not one thing, it's another.
No way, I know. So
I'm under about 2 inches of snow and
2 foot of snow.
2 inches of ice and about 6 inches of snow.
Yes.
6 to 8 inches, but I couldn't even open my warehouse door. Are you having the same problem where you are?
Well, I can't get out the back door. I can get out the front door because we have a porch, but I have to dig my car out of the garage. And then we've got a gator that has a big blade on the front of it, and we'll have to blade all the way up the driveway. We've got like 100-foot long driveway that we have to get cleaned out. So, and Mark is patiently waiting on me to get done so we can go.
Get you on here because we miss you guys, our design family.
I know. So yes.
We have a bunch of special guest episodes lined up.
Yes.
And we wanted to make sure we could at least touch base with you guys since it is the Design Exchange with Danny and Melinda. We're picking up to go to Cavis.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to go.
We're going to be, we're doing a bunch of things. We got a bunch of projects in the works. I'm really excited about what's going on in your world.
Well, I just signed a kitchen bathroom last night. So I'm excited about that. I've been working on it for months. So
we're doing a lot in the kitchen and bath right now.
Yes.
Appliances are still really hard to find. It's all about having a good contractor. My favorite client on the phone with me this morning, the worst client I've ever had in my entire career, which I knew was going to be this way. She's none other than my mother. Called me about 4 times already this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I found her a contractor.
Oh.
It's not easy to find good contractors these days.
No, it's not.
It's so important to have a good contractor.
Yes, it is. Exactly. So what are we talking about today, Danny?
I'm not real sure. What would you like to talk about? I'm going to Cavis next week, which is the kitchen and bath industry show. And it's usually in Vegas. This year it's in Orlando. You were supposed to go with me, but you got a little sidetracked.
Do you want?
We'll be getting to see all the new things coming out.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's just talk about the value of design. We've covered this topic before, and I want to cover this topic from a design perspective and talking to newer designers. I want you to think about what you are worth. And me and Melinda have been doing this combined together for about 50 years.
Yeah.
So we've been through every weirdo situation that could possibly happen.
Absolutely.
I've had contractors fall through the ceiling. I've had contractors disappear. I've had contractors make design recommendations without my knowledge.
I've had contractors steal work from me after the job's over. That's a tricky subject too.
So it's always good when you're a designer that you control your team and you control your contractors. And well, big red flag for me that goes up is when a client tells me they have their own contractor. Oh, you do? Yeah. I mean, I have no control over him. I have no repertoire with them. Right. So I'm just the decorator.
There's a vibe that's between the contractor and the designer when you work together all the time. So, and that's the one that, yeah. And the contractor starts to understand your aesthetic and things like that. So that is super important to have that synergy and that your design is completely, fully executed in the right way.
Yeah. So it's really important to develop relationships,
Mhm.
and is all about developing relationships. And we're going to be hosting some design students from our local design college. We're hosting them at your shop. They're doing a little tour. They're going to be coming to my warehouse to see how we work.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, really about networking.
Yeah.
Finding good people.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do these days.
Yeah. And I had a situation last year where I think I'm comfortable to talk about this now. At the time, I was really salty about it, but I had a client who hired me to find out who my contractors were. And then she decided she was going to push me out of the way. And so she basically told me she was good. She can make all the decisions. There were 50 decisions left to be made on this project.
I know exactly who this client is.
Yeah. And so after a little bit of like shock and all, I said, okay, she paid me for my first retainer. I asked her for the second one. I mean, we totally gutted the house and we were halfway through. And she found out who the contractors on site, ready to give her the final numbers, because we had been in demo mode trying to figure out how we could move the entire house around. And she ended up telling me on my request for the second retainer that she had the rest of it and she could do it. So I left. And the contractor was still there. He didn't realize that she had dismissed me. And he went on with his presentation and she agreed to it. And I went home and, I kind of waited till he got home from work and I explained to him that I had been dismissed from the project. And he was like dumbfounded. He was like, "You're the glue. You are the glue to this project.
We are the thread that holds the things together."
Yes. And
Let's think of the glue, because there's a glue shortage right now.
Yes. Well, so one of the things that happened with the contractor and, thinking about this was every time she would make a change, which she would make a change constantly on one item, that I would not explain to Matt every time there was a change. I would try to talk her through what she wanted the changes to be, because every time I would bring it up to him, he would explode. "You've got to be kidding me, blah, blah, blah." So in order for me to keep peace with the project, I would kind of like think that through and buffer that. And then if I thought it was a good idea for a change, then I would bring that to him in a very methodical way, because I knew how to approach him. I knew how to explain to him and give it value to him as a contractor and why it was a good decision. So, and I knew how to explain it to him because I can talk his language. Yeah. So that was the one thing.
Contractor fluently.
Yeah, I did not realize, this project really taught me a lesson, and I did not realize how important I was to the project. I know I say it all the time, but until something goes south and you're not a part of it, you don't realize what you did as a designer at that point. So,
and you know what? When I got fired from one of my first jobs, it's so hard. I was depressed. I thought that I was just the worst designer. I was a horrible person. And then I realized, but it happens. Like, there's people where, I had to fire a client last week. Sometimes people don't just listen, and you can't please everybody. So
right.
Sometimes they go.
Yeah. So they don't appreciate you until you're not there. And then when you're there, then I don't know, we make it too good. We make it too easy for some people. They don't even realize what we go through on the back end and communication. So I'm going to give you an example. So, and this was just a typical, thing that I kind of would have not even had the contractor deal with. But so the contractor walked in one day and she wanted to put a spice a spice rack in the wall. And she did not discuss this this is without me being involved. So she didn't discuss this. Her husband did it over the weekend. And it happened to be a load bearing wall in the kitchen. So the contractor goes in and he is livid. And he was like,
gonna fall down.
I know. I'm like, why did you decide to put a built-in spice rack on a load bearing wall? And so that's the type of stuff that I would have said, she would have probably said, let's try to put a spice rack here. And I would have said, we might want to check with the contractor to see if that's a load bearing wall, because it's just, I guess I don't realize what I know until it's, then I'm not.
No, we never. I always forget. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot that I went to real estate school and I know the valuation properties.
Yeah.
And all this information.
Yeah. So that was a big explosion. The contractor had a major explosion. It was not a good thing. What ended up happening is, and he basically walked off the job once he got to a different part of it. He had other projects. If I had been involved, he would have finished the job. But because I wasn't involved, he decided that he needed to go on to other projects. We had another project the other day and it was kind of looking like she was going to do the same thing, Danny. Yeah. And when I talked to the contractor, he says, we are a team and she's not going to do that. See, if you're not involved, I'm not involved. That's the way it's going to be from here on. So that is we all learned a very valuable lesson.
And you always learn from your mistakes too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Yep. But your me bag's coming out. We're going to be making some statements about that soon.
Yeah.
We didn't realize that the website wasn't working, but we've had a lot of interest in that. We're going to do a special episode on that.
Yay.
And do a recap of KBIS.
Yes.
So
I'm going to watch KBIS virtually.
Working?
Pardon?
Your me bag site up and working?
Well, I got PayPal link set up. I've got to finish the Stripe link and we should be rolling on in. So good. I will make sure to put an announcement on the Facebook page and Instagram when that is ready to roll. What I had was a shopping cart got WordPress to say they weren't going to.
We have to be audio engineers. We have to be technical designers for luggage. We have to be lighting specialists. Video lighting specialists.
Website people. That means, oh my gosh, it's just crazy how there's so much that I'm doing at once that, it's hard to believe that when I get done at the end of the day, what I've done. So
yeah.
But
all right,
anyway,
so I'm going to wrap this up early. You can follow us on Instagram at TDX Podcast. My Instagram is Dan Russo Home, and Melinda is Fine Designs INT. And you can tune in. Maybe we can get this episode up today. I'm going to call Abigail.
Yes.
I don't know if we have anything in the hopper, but we should have enough going on.
Yes.
We have some great special guests coming on for the next few weeks. But make sure you're following us, and I look forward to seeing you guys out and about. Happy designing, Melinda. Happy snow shoveling.
Yay.
I'm sure you're going to have a blast.
Yeah. All right. Well, see ya.
Don't forget, you can tune into Janie and Melinda on What Matters with Mindy Dreyer and Michaela Hunt every Sunday at around 5 p.m. If you tell your Amazon to tune in to 610 WTVN, it will turn on for you. And this Sunday, I believe we're going to be doing an extra long episode.
Yes.
Talking about a little bit what we just talked about now. So yeah. All right.
All right.
You guys. Happy designing.
Happy
Melinda,
designing. Thanks. You too.
Soon.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.